Hi, Charles here. Every now and then you might hear our sandhill cranes. They're still coming to our fields and feeding. And you notice that the snow is about gone. We just have a few piles where we keep our, I think it's a 14 round pool, foot round pool. In that area there's a pile there, but that's about all that's left. And so it's almost 50. It's supposed to get to 60 in a couple of hours. So we're excited to get some more work done, and I've already started up on the roof. Thanks for watching. So last night it rained. I wasn't expecting it, but I really wasn't worried about it. I had the box closed, the screws down. It's got a gasket, as I showed you in the previous episode. And the only way water could possibly go in is the round, the glands that are up there. There's 2 big ones and 3 small ones, and there's just no way rain's going to come sideways in there. Opened it up, it's totally bone dry. And so I went ahead and decided to run the solar cables through and just have that done and all sealed, because it's supposed to start raining tonight and all day tomorrow. And so I wanted to seal those up, and then tomorrow I'm heading over to my son-in-law's, and he and his dad will get this all wound up. So I'm getting everything done I can that I can do, and then they finish doing the wiring connections. And so you can see the cables coming down, the solar cables, and I'll show you. I bought the tools to do the crimping and all that, and let me show you what I did up there. So this morning I took the lid off and looked in there, and it was of course bone dry. Wasn't really worried about it. And this, in case you're not familiar with the die core, you barely push on it the day after. It's still very flexible, and then it definitely eventually hardens up pretty well. And you get it everywhere. I can see places from when I put it on there I need to clean up, so I'll do that. So I decided to go ahead and run the cables through. So that's why you get the bare wire cables. Otherwise you're going to have holes big enough for these connectors, these MC4 connectors. So you do the bare wires, run them through, and I think I've already shown you, but I'll show you again the crimper and the pieces to make these, and it's pretty easy. I will tell you, when I ran these through, it picked up a lot of the die cord that was there, so they were kind of messy the first 2 or 3 feet of, especially the first cable. I cleaned it up with some Goo Gone, and it'll be fine. So the gaskets now are tightened around the cables, but I will probably still use some silicone. I know some people say I should use the die core, and maybe I will, because that's probably better. Some say it's silicone, it's the UV light can bother a lot, but there should be a solar panel here if I can figure out how to make it fit in here. So I'll seal around here, and then tomorrow we'll get the other 3 wires coming. And I think with these, for right now, I'm just going to use some cable ties and just kind of tie them up to this bar until I get the solar panels on, which I'm not worried about yet. And then here are these cable tie that have the sticky back, and you put them on and then you run the cable ties. We may use those, and I may use heavier high bond value, high bond, whatever it's called, sticky tape that, I mean, it doesn't let go. So we'll figure that out. So here is the extension cables, the crimper, the parts that fit inside here, and these help you tighten the MC4 connectors. Pretty simple. And then here are the first 2 wires coming out, and this is pretty heavy gauge wire, so I'm going to cut a channel here and tape them with the silver tape just to hold them in there, and then I will run them along and then down to where this part of the bed platform, where at least 1 or 2 of the Ecoflow batteries will be connected, and I can send some solar to them via the cable coming from up there. Should work out well. This is another reason why it's better that the shiplap is taking a while, because things like this need to be done obviously before the shiplap. So it's just one thing after another, isn't it, Mrs. Moman?
Yes, it is.
It's just all the time. But
and I've been lazy because it's been cold.
yeah, and someone just asked me on YouTube, when are you going to be done? And what did we both agree? If we really...
We were going to be done by Christmas.
Right. But if we just stopped everything...
A week or two.
Yeah, we could be done in a week or two.
If we knew what we were doing and we had all the equipment supplies.
Right, which we've got almost everything, but we're just trying to be careful.
And when you don't know what you're doing, you put it off if you like, oh, I better go wash the dishes.
Yeah.
So I think about it. Oh, I better go do this.
Right. I think I should take a nap. My reasoning skills will improve. So, anyway, we're getting there.
I came out here to, can I have this?
Oh, yeah. And then take a look at your carpet.
Isn't it lovely?
It's lovely. Yeah, you did good. Haven't trimmed it. Yeah, these magnets are, uh-oh. Anyway, I'm going to stop there while she's fighting with the magnet. I think the magnet may still win. So here's where the wires will be coming in. The power wires will be going that way. And then I brought in the solar, cut a little channel, ran it underneath here. Here we go. And down. And I just used a crimper for the first time. Got them connected. And I've got it connected up above down to the Ecoflow. Well, when I started this little video, I thought I'll make this the introduction to the final wiring of the lights and cameras tomorrow. But then after doing what I've done today, I decided I'd rather make it a standalone episode. So I'll stop right here. I've got my solar taken care of. I'm going to get everything all cleaned up, make sure I have everything to take tomorrow. And I pretty much have that organized. And don't knock the solar panel over.
And you have stuff on your
I know, I've got insulation all over me. You know. Now, am I okay now, Susie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for watching.